The year 1692. Across the Atlantic, a colony ruled by harsh winters and even harsher beliefs. The stage is Salem once again, a small settlement, wooden houses, narrow streets, and a world where the fear of God sits at the very center of daily life. For these people, the devil is not an abstract idea. He is an entity lying in wait, in the field, in the forest, in a neighbor's gaze. He is told not in the fairy tales taught to children, but in sermons. Sin is a real threat. Witchcraft is an open war against God. The events begin with the unexplained crises of several young girls, tremors, screams, collapsing to the ground, claiming that invisible beings are choking them. The doctor of the time finds no physical cause, and that sentence is spoken. It may be a supernatural influence. That sentence is a spark. Salem is a dry forest. The first accused are the most vulnerable of society, an enslaved woman, a poor beggar, someone who attends church irregularly, because fear always chooses the easiest target. But as the process advances, the boundaries expand. Respected names also begin to be accused. Now the issue is no longer only belief, the balance of power is shifting. The most controversial method used in the courts is spectral evidence, that is, someone claiming to have seen the spirit of the accused in a dream or vision. This invisible testimony outweighs a visible rope. Even if the accused says, "I am innocent," the court replies, "The devil may have taken your shape." Thus, defense becomes impossible. The accused are offered two paths, to confess or to resist. Those who confess are sometimes spared, because confession confirms the court's narrative. Those who resist are hanged. 19 people lose their lives on the gallows. An elderly man named Giles Corey refuses to accept the accusation. Stones are placed upon him, and he is crushed. It is said his last words were, "More weight," a silent defiance. Approximately 200 people are accused. The prisons are cold and crowded. The sound of chains echoes at night. Children are separated from their mothers. Neighbors look at one another with suspicion. Salem is no longer a village. It is a laboratory of paranoia. At this point, the question changes. Were there truly witches, or was society judging its own fear? Historians considered different possibilities, that ergot fungus formed on rye may have caused hallucinations, that the suppressed traumas of adolescent girls turned into physical crises, political and economic rivalry, land disputes, the psychological tension created by strict religious pressure. When all come together, a small spark can turn into a massive fire. After a while, the accusations spiral out of control. The names of elite families are now mentioned as well. This is dangerous. The colonial administration intervenes. Spectral evidence is declared invalid. The courts are stopped. The process ends abruptly, but graves remain behind. Years later, the authorities issue official apologies. The names of some victims are cleared. Compensation is paid. Yet the shadow of the gallows is not erased from history. The Salem Witch Trials are not merely a witch hunt. They are a lesson showing how mass hysteria is produced. When belief turns to fear, justice becomes fragile. And while people fight against an invisible enemy, they lose their real neighbors. Today, when the name Salem is mentioned, what comes to mind is not spellbooks, but the dark capacity of human psychology. Because the most dangerous spell is fear becoming contagious within crowds. And history whispers, when a society surrenders to fear, the gallows rise silently.